experience way more than I used to. A spirit world found. I saw flashing, I saw plumes of smoke. I put the kid to bed. I washed dishes in the night. This lightning inside, I'm in love with the last of the light. However long I have left in life. And so what if no one ever finds this notebook? I saw another raven. I actually see them all the time, and I hear their voices talking about what the rest of us don't know. I'm a fool on the ground below them, on my phone beneath the sky, but I know there's no one walking really through these dreams that I have. In the daylight I do all this work that needs to get done, and I leave mine at night. I can't remember having crossed a threshold between the dust and me alive. So when the raven starts a conversation, I just stand there and blank out. This one, it shines. These birds trying for my attention, and my wordless reply. Thank you. We're called Mount Eerie. Thanks for being here. We're the next band, and we're actually the last band on the show tonight. But thanks for being here. For Ragana, thanks to Ragana for playing tonight. Yeah. That song's called Broom of Wind. It's about chunking off parts of your body and parts of the world and consuming the world and being made of it and then disintegrating and eating and
Yes.
you get it? Sweeping with an old broom whose straw keeps chunking off for me to sweep up. Life is worn to a knot, I too will be swept up eventually. By the same thing I once came from, I too am a chunk broken off from the broom of wind. Pass across the land, like everyone a piece of wind, a little confluence, only the occurrence of a person. Thanks. Thank you. The name of this next song is called Non-Metaphorical Decolonization. Yeah, that's the spirit. It's about, well, we're doing it. I mean, maybe like gathering together to share music and art is a start, even though you got charged to come here and I'm selling souvenirs. We're doing like a capitalism version of things, but it's just, you gotta eat, and we're not yet bartering grain or trading in dog jerky and drinking water.
It's all mutual aid.
But yeah, it's about being a little more honest with ourselves about the truth of this continent and the ground under our feet, and about saying fuck you to the bad country that we live in and working towards its death and then composting it and recycling it into a cool eco-village. Not being sarcastic. Yeah, okay, it goes like this. place I live has a name, but there's another one, older, as it was before we called it anything. Now we live in the wreckage of a colonizing force whose racist poison still flows. So scared of a moment of discomfort now, we turn away from the obvious. All we have is stolen and can't be owned. This America, the old idea, I wanted to die. Non-metaphorical decolonization beneath the one sky. Let this old world shatter, transform. Allegiance to nothing at all but the burning present moment. I cut the cord connecting then and now and start again and show the kid how to give up everything. Moving dark silver blue, clouds showing moon. I wake up in the still deep dark, and in that moment pull thoughts back in through the open window to the ground of this beginning day. The floor by the bed is wood. From my feet to planks, to plywood, to posts, to cement, to bedrock, I touch ground and stand up. In the dark, life becomes clear. I'm almost 47. I have so many hopes. Behind me is turbulence. fumble my delicate knowing, called back in each idle moment to the archive of smoldering old wounds to run through them again. I wake back up. Is there a song on the wind? Recurring questions nudge me along. People ask and I answer that I'm a musician, but that's not it. Mother Night, the self-evidence of birdsong. I sing my little songs in this burning time of nature and woman-denying authoritarian landlords, of numbed-out spectators glazing over the genocides, privileged and healthy for the moment while seas rise. This place where I live is beautiful and troubled. They say it's in a nation, but I disagree. The sloping hill curves around and the river changes course. With decades of baggage, I moved a little bit away from the town of Anacortes, where the circling military jets roar their reminder.
There's wars. This piece you breathe is flimsy. We rule.
I bite the inside of my cheek and sidestep near despair at this gnashing human world and go downstairs in the dark. The stream finds the low place and glitters. There's no other home but here and now. Here, on the paper-thin west edge of a colonized continent, enclosed and named, and sold and resold in multi-generational deep ignorance. I used to think that my roots were strong and deep, until I dug down just barely and found cathedrals. Here, a long guest in someone else's home. I watch the islands over the water and wonder if someday my daughter's granddaughter will behold here, healed and grateful. The flat, fertile sea between these islands holds everything, like I try to. Only 10,000 years ago, there were meadows here. It was a short 2-day walk to what's now mainland. Think of bison bones in the kelp. Here, on this thin rind of spanning time, I laugh at myself in this scrap of identity, scraped from the thinnest soil of recent history. A few flashing decades of a hand-me-down myth, a few boxes of disintegrating poetry books from a barely cohesive, mouse-eaten lineage of white hippie West Coast seekers on this edge, trying to get perspective through the fog of America. Great ponytails. I shrug and laugh and count myself in, I guess. I kick and jump beyond this inheritance, this too shallow of a view. From back to the land, I leap to land back. One year, late spring, I went to a meditation retreat on a very quiet island nearby. I arrived entangled in all these considerations like why even make a song at all, and how to actually open the underworld and bring forth the village, and who is it that's thinking this even, and the weird alienating looming blind spot of colonization, this ignored and informative wound that shows the way through. The way the roots that held the tree down left a deep hole, now full of water reflecting sky. I I arrived, waited with all this, with my backpack on the beach, with one eye squinted, murmuring, who do we think we are to be doing this here, now? I wriggled, but still I stayed. My precious skepticism got left there in the sand, and I climbed the bluff into the woods and found my campsite. Days passed in quiet demolition. Gradually I softened into the insane meditation schedule, and I noticed a relief, like a sloughing off of all the extra winter coats. I slept my few sleep hours in total black, in a tent, loud with indecipherable night wind. I dreamed until a demon with a headlamp and a wake-up bell at 3 a.m. tore through and stomped on my brain. Middle of the night, mind still unformed, I shuffled through the Solal down the trail toward the glowing womb window of the one-room cabin meditation hall, where I sat back down. Am I the ocean, or in you? A single candle flame still before the first bird and sun fingers through. One hot iron crack snaps. Soft rain begins. Well, this next song is called I Walk, and it's about shedding baggage, basically, you know, psychological or actual, walking out the door of it. I guess I think it's about that, but it's not. It's just that's the memory I have of when I thought of this song, like when it popped into my head. And it was Thanksgiving at my parents' house, and I walked out to pee in the yard, and I was like, whoa, it's outside feels way different than inside, meaning like me as an individual feels way different than me as like a reactive child of this family structure. And the difference between those two things, like unburdened by lineage. And I love my parents and family, they're great, but you know what I mean. Yeah. So it's that moment. And it goes like this. Walking away, shedding slow the generations, the towns dissolve in my drumming footfall, discarded clothing on the ground. Expectations, the cities of never stopping thoughts. So I just still walk, dragging through stone, piled alive associations since all time trailing. Behind me back into the mist, I walk until it's all falling away. Coming into a clearing, there's a pause between the breaths, and I look up. Mist-kissed face, vast glass shuffling. song is called Empty Paper Towel Roll, and it's about looking at the universe but still not quite getting it, I guess. We're looking at, infinity or the wonder of existence and being like, cool, well, I gotta go do laundry now. Just about being a person, I guess. It's almost as if I'm looking at a corner of the sky through a cardboard tube. And I'm impressed, wow, seems huge. This is my idea of bottomlessness. Two small slices of the night sky through an empty paper towel roll without even trying. Doesn't matter, you got the idea. This song's called Blurred World. It's about aging. Aging. They all kind of blur together. Get it? Okay, so it's about just living in ambiguity. Okay? Goes like this. The turning of planets won't stop. My eyes have gone blurrier. I'm getting older still. Prescription worsening. And there are shapes in the sundown half-light. The wind is moving things. Outside to piss into the night just before sleeping. I notice lurching forms. I'm focused, I absorb. The air tonight is warm. The blurred world performs, and I'm just happily here in the dusk, myself just as blurry. Thanks, that was nice. This one is named, I'm just gonna keep saying the name and what it's about, okay? It's called The Gleam Part 3, and it's, thanks. It's about intergenerational, sort of hereditary, congenital, whatever, memory loss, dementia, and more dementia songs? Yeah. Well, yeah, it is. The other one, The Gleam Part 2, from a long time ago, it was about my grandma kind of getting older. It was 20-something years ago. And then now my mom is sort of getting there with the memory loss stuff happening. And I'm like, oh, duh, I'm next, of course. And maybe, I don't know, I hope not, but experiencing it a little bit. And yeah, we're all gonna die, obviously, but if we're lucky. I mean, I hope the transhumanists don't succeed. But yeah, so it's about everything falling apart and sort of getting into it and being like, it's actually beautiful. That's the dream space, grandmother's house. I think of it as like from over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. Like this kind of cabin in the woods, dream place where all art comes from. Okay, just like this. Like a moth-eaten blanket, wind whistling through the holes. I wrap up and it's full every day. I walk, I drive, I say hi to the faces of the other parents. I will forget who they are, but for now I know. Dark spring opens. I dive entirely into the holes in my sleeping mind, and I swim all night across a black ocean until day comes again. Standing beneath the sky of airplane noise, the sun on its wheel turning me old, warms the back of my head, death caress. I look across the gulf. I have seen the billows black, these hereditary perforated minds dream of, and they don't come back. I'll climb through this torn wool mind, hole in my knowing, to grand walking slowly back and forth on a bluff along the water, seeing waves roll in the blowing, far from any other people. I swear, I promise, I heard, I did. I heard actual music riding on the wind, barely there, though it couldn't have been, 'cause I was definitely miles from any town or people. The crashing water in my ears eclipsed everything. It sounded like it could have been whales, deep watching, doing their singing. It could have been some ancient shipwreck, still out there howling, or it could have been science, just wind and waves and rocks and angles, or my hallucination could have been the real thing. Something with no explanation, heard or not heard, inside of everything. And there is music no one hears, unless it quiet all the way down. Way out over the edge. Oh yeah, so co-owner of trees is the name of this one. It's about the weird feeling of being anti-land ownership and owning land. And also, I mean, I sang it as a voice memo into my phone as like a joke song, like a tweet or something, or like a haiku. And then I accidentally made it into a real song that we play live. It's like this. starline, a wind blows and says nice to try. I'm passing through an indebted fool, borrowing air and firewood. Drinking after the ship living. Beneath the trees that I share with
You got swallowed by a lion. Swallowed a lion. And you live to tell the tale.
It's like you live. The song is about talking to a fish and the fish talking back and talking just about each other's different perspectives, I guess. I told a fish what you see as a palace is running water. The fish said,
No. What do you see as those mountains is flowing matter?
I said, okay. And after our talk, I saw the wall of rock as a wave in the middle of breaking. shaking. A rock slide echoed across the gorge. My small perspective fading. Who am I but a blink of the eye? A stance that a river would take if it even wanted to pause. A statue of a waterfall. The flashing glint on the marble where the eye once was. On a taxidermy to marlins frozen blade. With or without me, there to see it. Rain begins to fall back into the creek. I told the fish I like how you move through the water as one flowing muscle. The fish said,
I dig your style too, man.
thank you. Well, we have more songs to play. Thank you for your patience. It's called Huge Fire, the name of this next one. It's pretty self-explanatory. Everyone feeling pretty oriented and any major questions need to be resolved or complaints? Okay, cool, great. What? About this? Oh, like on a website? We'll talk later, okay? One, two. To see from this room where by now. I've lived long enough to know that nothing's stronger than the blow. The whipping wind, the way it tears, the sparks are full, the sky on open. Breath on very, very song. You were singing the twilight with your fingers moving, and I heard the same song. I sing it now to myself. I carry it into the night. I walk, and there's a fire, but it's not my back. Days of heavy rain, and there's still colds. This song's called Writing Poems. It's about the futility of writing poems. It's like the air from the wing of a bee that flew past right next to my eye. A poem only barely says the thing halfway. I wake up early, but the sunrise stays outside. Interior walls stretching in reflected light. I write ideas down in pencil. I barely press the page. For every bone in the museum, a million more have blown away. That's all I keep trying to say. That the sun burning there, it will burn away. In finite space, but a poem only barely says the thing halfway. Making poems is dripping, not straining towards some masterpiece. A day is followed by another day, and there's a procession of new sounds always passing through. Metal garbage trucks here, hammers upstairs, dove coo. And if a masterpiece arises, made of all this that the sky includes, a poem only barely says the thing halfway. Almost as if I'm looking at a corner that's got a dark or two. And I'm impressed, it seems mosh pit. You should. Thank you. I can see the lights of the unoccupied second homes that they keep lit up for no reason, reflecting on the barely moving water on an inland sea where people park their money. I live year-round in a vacation place. I love the winter wind in my face, harrowing beneath trees this big and groaning. No echo loud enough above the blowing. All these absentee owners miss the huge embrace, the pressing kiss of the specific November rain in the long darkness. But that's okay, I'll drink all the rain while I trespass. They keep their outside light on low, I guess, to let everyone else know. Keep away this patch of night sky I also claim as mine. But don't they realize all our stolen wealth is built on screaming bones? In their lights that dark the hillside, I see broken eyes. Thanks. We have 2 more songs to play. Thanks a million. This one, thank you. This one's called I Need New Eyes. It's about like being into reading like the Zen Master Dogen, for example, but then trying to apply it to like whatever Donald Trump did, or like you know, like the present moment, living in reality and applying ancient wisdom and just not quite getting it to square and still working on it, I guess. That's a weird way of saying it, but here we go. It's been decades going on about how nothing doesn't change. Blue tattooing the word impermanence bold across my face. I lived examples, I found words to say it yet another way. Death and birth and changing weather and romance blown away. I just wanted to say something true and complicate my youth. But now a new idea complicates my old age. It's that nothing arises in the first place. All this impermanence is just another thing my mind made. I was never here, nothing goes away. Mystical ignorance, I've prioritized joy. I've chosen to see this and not that. I laid in the tall grass and watched the breaths fall and rise while this life goes by. And the constant catastrophes, they pound on the wall. And who isn't my neighbor on the flaming globe? Now I'm staring at a boulder, trying to tell myself this didn't arise. I need new eyes. Thanks. Thank you. Sincerely, thank you, and goodbye after the song. This is our last song, and thank you. I love you very much. Thank you for... In a way, I mean that.